Hey everyone, I'm Scotty from Scotty RNY, and this is my week 3 post-op RNY gastric bypass video update. So I had surgery on July 7th, 2015. I had the Roux-en-Y gastric bypass, and so now I'm 3 weeks post-op, and I'm going to give you some stats because this is kind of a milestone for me today. My highest recorded weight ever was July of 2014, and that was 419 pounds. Yes, 419 pounds. When I started Opti on June 16th, 2015, I had already lost a lot of weight, a fair amount of weight, and my weight at Opti start was 360 pounds. 3 weeks later, at my surgery weight, I was 340 pounds. Last week, I weighed in at 321.5 pounds, and this week, my weight is 315.2 pounds. So, down 6 pounds from last week. And what does that make overall? That makes over 100 pounds lost now in a year. Now, that's fantastic. Yes, I know. Thank you very much. Is it all from surgery? No. Is it all part of my whole weight loss surgery journey? Yes. Like I mentioned in my last video about how the journey starts, right from the get-go when you're ready to make that, talk to the doctor and get that referral. For me, like I said, that's when it started, and back in April of this year, I kind of took into a better, healthier lifestyle and cut back a little bit more and whatnot. So I'm at 100 pounds down already from what I was last year. From the start of Opti till now, that's almost 45 pounds. From surgery 3 weeks ago, that is 20-something pounds. So, there you go. So yay me, I'm so proud of that. I'm proud of everyone else out there too, all the people that I have seen before, the videos that I watch, you guys are my inspiration. I thank you very much for watching and keep putting out your own videos because it keeps me inspired again. And for the new people out there too, hopefully this is an inspiration for you as well. So again, the point of this video is to talk about things that I've discussed or discovered in the last week or so, and here we go. It was a good week. Last week I was on pureed style food. Everything went well. I had made pork chops with a Mediterranean sauce, pureed it up. It was delicious. I only did 2 pork chops and enough sauce, and after I pureed it all, I put them into ice cube trays and froze them that way, and then put them in baggies once they were frozen. For my ice cube trays that I have, 1 tablespoon was 1 ice cube tray. So I knew, how much I was eating, in regards to that. And it was a good way to keep it fresh because it's frozen and you can just take out what you need and go from there. I also had pureed cauliflower with it as well. And I didn't have a problem at all with the food. I was eating about 1/4 cup of the meat and almost 1/4 cup of the vegetables for the meal that I was having. I was still eating yogurt and pureed cottage cheese as well. I also tried some fish. I did some baked sole with a Creole sauce, same idea. Cooked it up, pureed it up, and then put it into ice cube trays as well. I made a chicken out on the barbecue, just lightly seasoned chicken breast, salt, pepper, garlic, and did it out on there. And then when it was done, I brought it back, put it in the blender with some water, chicken broth, and pureed it, and never had a problem with that as well. It tasted great. The only thing that I did kind of have an issue with was I tried scrambled egg. It went down, never came back up, but it wasn't the greatest feeling. And I don't know if it was just maybe because it was dry or just the texture, or maybe it's just the egg itself didn't want to agree with me. So I only tried it once though, but I'm going to try it again tonight. I'm going to make a scrambled egg a little bit more loose though and see how that works. And if it doesn't work, then we'll scratch that off the list for now and move on to something else. Starting today now, I'm going to be on minced or soft foods. So I can have really anything I want to tolerate as long as it's in a minced consistency, that it's really, really small, that I can swallow easily enough. And I'm looking forward to that because it's one step closer to, getting back to the regular food. And I am taking my time and, doing everything the way that my book says I should be doing it because, I want that bad boy of a stomach to heal, and it's doing a pretty good job. Let's see. I noticed also this week that I had some hunger in between meals. Now, there was a few times where, I didn't have all the water that I should have had in between these meals, and I noticed it because it made me a little bit more hungry, and I wasn't starving hungry. Oh my God, I'm falling apart hungry. For me, it was just a matter of I noticed the difference was coming from the lack of water. So make sure you keep hydrated out there, and I do my best, to make sure I am. But I did notice a couple of days where I had gone off the wagon when it came to getting my water intake, so I'm kind of back on it and doing a better job now. Also, to be prepared with food when you're going out to places, and even if you think that you're going to be only gone for an hour or two and you're going to be home to make it to your meal time or whatever, take some kind of snacks that you can with you. Now I understand the first couple of weeks, are kind of difficult because you're on the pureed, diet. For me, I normally keep a couple of packages of my protein powder in my car, and I'm glad I did because this past week, one day I came from work, I went to the gym, I did a couple of things, and a couple more things, and before I know it, it was like an hour or two after I expected to be home and I was starving. And that was a legit starving, and more so because of the workout. So because I had the protein powder, in my car, I was able just to get some cold water and mix it up, and that was able to satisfy me. But I wasn't really thinking ahead that, if I'm gone for a couple of hours, what's going to happen? I'll be okay. Better to be prepared with your food. Take something with you, even if you're in the early stages, and you're only having pureed or full fluids, whatever. If you can take a pudding with you or a Jello, with you somewhere, or protein powders or drinks like I had, just to make sure that if something happens that you're stuck away from home for a little while, longer than you expect, then you still have that resource to eat/drink to get you through. So that was my experience, and hopefully, you guys will see this and say, oh, that's a good idea. Make sure I'm prepared as well. So otherwise, it was great. It was a great learning experience from that. So now, again, I've, like I said, I had protein powder in my car, and I always make sure I do just in case. So it was good that way as well. Another thing, too, I've noticed is the clothing. For people that haven't had surgery yet and they're watching this video, if you have a thrift store, Value Village, whatever it is in your area, start buying some clothes from there, because your body's going to change so fast after surgery that you won't be able to keep up with buying brand new clothes for sure. I haven't bought any new clothes in the longest time just because for me, for my size, the men's clothing, section around here in regular stores, they don't have a whole lot of plus size men or extra large men or whatever sizes. So whatever I found, I've always kept. And right now, I'm finding that, of course, everything's just falling off of me, pants and shirts and everything like that. So I'm going to have to go to my local thrift store and find something that I can fit into to get me through for a couple of months until my weight, starts to stabilize, and then I'll get back on track and start buying some regular clothes again from the real stores, just, to carry me through. For right now, it's going to be the thrift stores. I never thought that would happen. Of course, it's going to happen, but I guess, you're so excited, yes, you're going to lose weight and everything will be hunky-dory, and then all of a sudden you're going, oh, yeah, no, I don't have any clothes that fit me properly. I still have the odd shirt, in my closet from before I got so severely fat, right, that I can actually fit into now and look, proper. Otherwise, I'm going to have to do a little shopping just to get me through the next few months, and then maybe come the winter time, I will, go back to the regular stores and buy some more clothes that I need that are more appropriate for my size. And that's always a plus feeling, not being that plus size type of thing. It's a great feeling, and I still feel fantastic. Again, it was another great week for me. I did a lot of walking, a lot of exercising. My body can tolerate it. and I feel great about it. Walking 2+ kilometers a day. I did like a 4 kilometer walk, the other day. Yeah. It was sore, but not my stomach or anything from there. It was just my old-fashioned hip problem that was kind of kicking in. But otherwise, I'm keeping to about 2.5 kilometers a day of walking. When I go to the gym, I'm on the bike, and I'm doing about 35 minutes of the bike as well, and just doing some light weights with my upper body, arms and chest and stuff like that. And again, because my body can tolerate it, and and it feels great, and I feel fantastic, absolutely. So that's my update for this week, just kind of a quick one. So yay me, milestone. I can't believe 100 pounds down already. I still got a lot more to go. The show's not over yet, but I feel great, and I want to keep carrying on, and I still have that healthy mental attitude, to get me through this, and that's the main thing. So that's about it. If you guys have any questions for me or comments, whatever, please feel free to leave a message or comment down in the box below, and I'll see you next week with my next update video. So thanks everyone, take care, bye bye.